the thing is, we meet up with Harry and we're like, here's the deal. We'll do an episode which is just basically you being Rob and you fuck him over, and like everything is set up just to fuck over Rob. That's the whole point of the episode. And we get recording, got some really good stuff. He takes it a bit too seriously, to be honest. He really gets into the episode.
It's his first time on a podcast.
He has some insights and thoughts to the show. I think he thought it was his big break. Anyway, we get to the end of the show. I've gone through all my great written jokes that really, really pack a punch when you hear them for the first time. And Harry goes, oh, whoops, I wasn't recording.
At all. Like for 28 minutes.
Really?
Yes, really.
Yeah.
He's fucking related to you because here we have Rob fucking up by leaving the episode in another fucking country. Get his brother on to pay him back. His brother doesn't fucking record it. So we have to go back and record it again. I say all my stupid jokes again. None of them are funny.
Because we've just heard them like minutes prior.
So if you're looking for a fuck up family, look for Harry and Rob.
Bazinga boys are here to speak all of their thoughts on the Big Bang Theory. Rob has an opinion, Vaughn has an opinion, Pete probably has one too. But most of all, Rob has an opinion.
Hey Bazinga boys, Connor from corporate here. I just wanted to call and say that we love what you're doing, we really do. I can't emphasize more how much we love what you're doing, and please remember that as you hear the rest of this voicemail. Nobody's listening to your show. Honestly, it's embarrassing. We think it's time you change things up. All people want these days are true crime podcasts. True crime is the rage, and I think it's time that you jumped on board. If you don't change the format of your podcast, unfortunately we are going to have to pull a plug. This means that Pete's lovable charm, Rob's sexy good looks, and Vaughn's obnoxious laugh will become nothing but a distant memory. Okay, love your work. Ciao.
This episode of True Crime Bazinga is brought to you by Vaughn's Small Penis. Welcome to the first installment of True Crime Bazinga, the only podcast actively seeking answers to the crimes committed each week on the Big Bang Theory, as well as the overall question on everybody's lips. How did the Big Bang Theory find an audience large enough to justify its stay for 12 seasons? My name is Audio Nips, and each week I'll be watching an episode of the Big Bang Theory, answering all the questions nobody has bothered to ask. And with the help of the Bazinga boys, I expect to get nowhere. Welcome to True Crime Bazinga. As with any crime, like the time Pete was caught with his pants down by his ankles in the local school playground, it's always good to go back to the beginning to find answers. Let's find out what happened on tonight's episode, the Jiminy Conjecture, and if the boys saw any crimes take place.
I just want to say, when I got caught with my pants down, I was also a minor at the time.
I just want to say, I already like our show way better now. I'd actually listen to this.
Man,
this is sick.
This is a little bit too edgy for me. Thank you very much.
My name is Vaughn. I'm a Bazinga boy. Welcome to the True Crime Bazinga. What are you?
I'm Rob. Who are you, Pete?
I'm Pete, and apparently I'm on some kind of register somewhere now. How you boys doing?
I'm great. What's the show about? Who gives a shit about me? What's the show about?
Well, we're here to watch every episode of The Big Bang Theory and delve into the seedy underbelly of Bazinga culture.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good one.
Yeah, it would be truly criminal to not keep watching this show or listening to our podcast.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, so what was this episode about?
Well, for me, I'm a big fan of Game of Thrones. I've been a big fan for a while. The latest season has been kind of a letdown with nonsensical choices made by the characters and shitty writing. And after the last episode we watched, Season 3, Episode 1 of The Big Bang Theory, being such a goddamn banger, I thought, fuck yeah, at least if Game of Thrones is letting me down, at least I've got Big Bang Theory to really put all my weight against and really, like, be the safety net for me. So, and just really be that bastion of quality that I'm really looking for in my life at the moment. Some gosh darn consistency. So, unfortunately, it was fucking shit.
Yeah,
it
was terrible.
really was shit. I hated. I was very busy today, and I watched it, and I was very annoyed that this was taking up my fucking time.
It's one of the worst episodes for sure.
Yeah, after, like, the highlight for me was season 3, episode 1, the episode we previously watched.
Best episode ever.
Best episode of The Big Bang Theory ever. And I came into this going, well, exactly echoing your thoughts and sentiments, Vaughn. Like, Game of Thrones is on its way out. I thought The Big Bang Theory was going to, like, take over my weekly viewing.
Really? That real, like, excitement before the episode drops?
Yeah, and all the office chatter, like, hey, everybody, in 2009.
So, well, any thoughts on this episode?
Let's explain what happened first. So we just watched season 3, episode 2, The Jimny Conjecture. So, as any of our listeners would know, the last episode, Penny and Glasses Man finally hooked up and they're dating. However, it kind of ended on a bit of an awkward, weird sexual encounter. This week, we discovered that they're continuing that relationship for some reason and continuing to have trouble in that department. And the B plot was that Sheldon and Howard make a bet on a cricket.
And I know that was the strangest thing to me, because the B plot kind of took over the A plot, and nothing about the B plot was funny. And at any point, did you guys care who was correct?
No, they literally bet on what breed of cricket was in their apartment, and then bet comic books that are probably worth thousands of dollars on each other.
Yeah. It's as funny as it sounds.
Yeah. The episode wrote itself.
Yeah, that age-old classic where you're making a bet with a friend over a cricket. That they're really leaning on the cliche plot lines here in season 3. It was fucking shit. It was I noticed the editing was cutting a lot faster, and it just made my boredom and anger increase faster.
Your emotions are skipping to their final form of just being so pissed off.
Like I feel like each week they try to have a pinnacle of funny, and this week was I forgot their names. I hate them so much. Penny and Leonard just can't have sex because they're having awkward sex because they're now finally together. So they got really drunk, and then they throw up a lot, and that's funny because when you drink a lot you throw up. So that was the joke.
Yeah,
the show
that's
was
how
going
they
for.
were trying to use alcohol as an aphrodisiac. However, it ended in what the writers would have probably thought was hilarious results, with them both vomiting in a bathroom together.
They should have gone with Leonard getting a limp dick or something because he'd had too much booze.
Yeah, or it would have been rad if they were just like, oh wow, we're into like vomit play now or something, or that's what
That would have been good.
That's what got their relationship really going. They're like, I didn't even
That's
realize
actually
I
a
was into
really
this.
good plot line. Like, hey, I really like that. Let's smush around
Hey,
in
Petty,
it.
can you vomit on my dick, please?
The real crime this episode boasts is its 8.0 rating on IMDb. And what's even more criminal about that score is that it ranks as one of the lowest rated episodes of the show. But more about that on a later episode. Currently, we're only in season 3, and yet there are 9 more to go. None of what was just mentioned by the Bazinga boys about the episode was even remotely funny. Well, at least to me. There's no way of knowing if any of the boys laughed while watching this episode, but if I had to take an educated guess, Vaughn had a great time, laughing from start to finish.
Oh, fuck off!
Audio nips
I
are
hate
on the money.
that someone with such a sexy voice is roasting me. 0 laughs from me. Zero.
My love for her grows even stronger. Yeah, no, nil from me. I was ready for a cackle. I was expecting.
What?
I was just in that mood. I was like in a jovial mood. I had a great day at work. Had a delicious Chinese. Delicious
Succulent Chinese meal?
had a delicious home cooked Japanese meal with my fiance, and then this bullshit ruined my fucking evening. So
I came home from work. I was in a good mood. I just watched the latest episode of Barry, which is fucking awesome. All episodes of Barry is awesome. And I was like, I'm in a good mood. I'm going to put this on. And yeah, that was it. My night was ruined. At the same time I was watching it, Hot Teacher comes home, and then she's just instantly angry because Big Bang Theory's on, and why wouldn't you be? And it just changed the mood of the house.
Probably just saw you and was like, fuck this. What am I doing?
He didn't get the note I left. Yeah, mate.
Pete, I just want to mention, you said you were having a succulent Chinese meal?
Get your hands off my penis. I think that's just an in-joke for us.
I've been up late doing research, scanning the internet, making calls, taking calls, and baking in the kitchen because, well, I'm a woman. But clues aren't always in plain sight. Sometimes one must search deeper by opening a book or, dare I say, a DVD jacket.
Fuck, this is making this really good. She has to come on this episode. And actually, just quickly before we go about that, she mentioned a thing in the last one, like, more about that later. There's an actual true crime show in Australia about some guy who killed his wife, and it was the most obvious murder ever. It's like, hey, we went into the backyard and we dug up her favorite dress with knife stab wounds in it. And then the police found that, like, she probably just ran away, though. And
Yeah. She probably just didn't want to, like, the bin was full that weekend.
yeah.
Like,
And
The police are like, we've hit our quota this month for catching murderers. We're good.
And the whole podcast it's a really interesting story, but they do that thing where they go, but more on that later. Why later? What? Just tell us now.
Because first here's a word from our sponsor. It's like, hey,
wasn't
do you
even
get
that.
shitty night's sleep? How about a koala mattress?
Yeah.
You realize that I wrote that in intentionally because of those kind of shows, right? Like,
Yes, well, Rob, well in, son, because that really pissed me off. That whole fucking podcast, Teacher's Pet, I fucking hate it because they're like, oh, about this, but we'll talk about that later. And then 3 episodes later, they bring it up again. It's like some kid trying to be Tarantino by mixing it all up for no fucking reason. Let's do Vaughn versus the DVD jacket.
It's Vaughn vs. Robin and the DVD jacket. Vaughn vs. Robin Vaughn. DVD.
So Rob said to me in a private message, keep your DVD jacket. I'm gonna give you a hint. It's true crime based, so try and keep it true crime based. I'm like, thanks for the hint. So here is my Vaughn versus the DVD jacket. Law and Order. Dun dun. But the dun dun isn't written, it's implied. Leonard's hookup with Penny to rob the world of its precious humor. Can this crime be stopped?
Ooh, okay. All right.
That's not the sound you want after a joke. Just imagine you went to a comedy club and some guy goes, hey, yeah, chicken cross the road, and the crowd goes, oh.
But this isn't a comedy. This isn't a comedy podcast. It's a true crime podcast.
It's a true
True.
crime. We're
Yeah.
changing our...
All right. Love and death. Leonard's hookup with Penny leads to a murder of pure evil violence. Can this crime be solved?
Ooh. Before we get to the answer, I totally forgot to ask this, but during the episode, did either of you guys,
I wasn't intrigued nor interested to watch a Netflix documentary series about the crime afterwards.
Fair play. But what was the actual DVD jacket?
Okay, so the DVD jacket. So we, as we've previously mentioned, season 3, episode 2, the Jiminy Conjuncture. Friends and lovers, Leonard's hookup with Penny wasn't quite the night of passion he expected. Can this relationship be saved?
Hey, we both got B right at the end.
As per usual, the Bazinga boys were of no help. This might be a true crime podcast, but death and murder is not on my agenda. I reached out to them after that disappointing segment to give them the opportunity to dive deeper into the show's past and discuss some of the potential crimes they have seen the Big Bang Boys, or the show's writers, commit.
It's really sad that these pre-recorded bits can roast us so accurately.
She's predicted, everything. It's
We
great.
can't predict a fucking DVD jacket. She can predict how shit we...
As we discussed, there's a few crimes that have committed on this show, but these guys are just allowed to get away with. Most of them obviously like sexually based. So I asked you guys before this episode to come up with some of your favorite crimes that they've committed.
Oh fuck, I totally forgot.
Yeah, I don't remember you asking me. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry.
I didn't do much research either because I was like, oh, you guys are going to have a bunch and I'll bounce off you.
Oh, God.
Jesus Christ. Hold on. Let me quickly write one in my head. Hold on.
Yeah, we
Wait a
got time.
second. Favorite
So
crime.
we're talking about like what the characters on the show
Oh!
Yeah,
I do
characters-
have one.
Yeah, there's plenty.
do. What about that time that Shelfman and Raj impersonated cable guys to break in to America's Top Model house to with the end goal of sexually assaulting maybe 1 to 10 of the contestants?
Maybe.
But that's the thing. Even without the sexual assault, what they did was a felony.
Oh no, it's a string of felonies.
Yeah.
What about when Sheldon tried to invite that little girl back to his house?
Yes.
Oh, I was laughing, going, way to go off topic and create something, but that was an actual
It
episode.
was an actual episode.
When he was trying to learn how to make friends, and he went to the children's section of a bookshop. Yeah.
How about that on that one occasion where Raj didn't have anything to drink and there was a girl who was absolutely wasted, so because he didn't have to talk to her, he was able to take advantage of her and sleep with her.
It's time for a show note. If you would like to follow along visually with True Crime Bazinga, you can head to www.truecrimebazinga.notarealwebsite.com and watch the show's weekly documentaries because, after all, it can be argued that documentaries change the world.
And they really do. Thank you so much, Audio Nips. Perky as ever. So, documentaries change the world. You got Making a Murderer. People are getting off there. Leaving Neverland. People are...
Getting off there.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Pete. Oh.
Pete's looking smug with himself or disappointed in himself. I can't tell.
So, something I noticed was a few episodes ago, I always check out the end cards, and you guys know about the end cards, but if you don't, at the end of every episode of any TV show done by Chuck Lorre or Law, he puts up an end screen, which will be some of his writings, a poem, usually bullshit, and for an episode a couple of episodes ago, he uploaded a photo, and all it says is, "Thank you so much, Comic-Con." And I'm sending this photo to you guys now. It's obviously a photo taken from the stage where they've done a panel, and all the people in the panel have like talked about shit, and all the people came to watch them, and he took a photo of the crowd. And they were like, "Oh, there's our end card. Really easy." Have you noticed anything weird about that end card?
It looks like the same people Whoa! Are the same people just photoshopped again and again and again?
It's the split down the middle.
Yes!
Isn't it?
What the hell? I've sent you another version here with some anomalies pointed out. So the guy on the left has been put onto the right again, and there's some bad photoshopping, like there's some fading in. There's half a guy's head, and there's this sort of black square.
This is rookie bullshit. This is crazy.
Yeah, and what the hell? What is the reason? Why would they have to fake?
Maybe he's put his friends in there. He's got a couple of friends he's just put into the picture.
No, but that's the thing. It's the people that are already there, but mirrored onto the other side.
Was it to make it look better? Like you actually look at the actual photo he's taken, and there's like people getting ready because there's an appearance from like the guy that played Chewbacca's double in like fucking Empire Strikes Back.
There's empty seats because it's Chuck Lorre.
No, that's what I mean. Like that it's just like the crowd's filling up for something that's not even Chuck Lorre related. It's not even ready for him.
Well, I thought the same thing, but then I dug a bit deeper. So I thought it's about time that we make a difference. And the only way to make a difference is by making a documentary about a true crime. Mm-hmm. So I'm making now, it's a recurring bit in our show, a documentary series. And here's the trailer for episode 1. In a world where the only way to get justice is by making a documentary, this is my documentary. For justice. I found an old slide, not meant for the eyes of man, not even made for the eyes of a beast. Even the experts in the field of photo manipulation could not make sense of such an unthinkable thing. There's anomalies in these images, things that just don't make sense. I followed the lead. I even did a post on Reddit pointing out what was going on. No upvotes, no comments.
That's true, I did do that.
I was getting shut out. Someone or something didn't want the public to know the truth. So I dug deeper. You may think the question is, who are the people in this photo? But the real question is, who are the people who aren't in this photo? You need to drop the case for it. It's tearing us apart. I need to know the truth. I need to know what happened to these people. You'll never find the truth because it's a goddamn cover-up. But after risking my life, the pieces suddenly came into place. Why are they always eating on the Big Bang Theory? Why are they always digging around in their food? Why are they never actually putting the food in their mouth? It all came into place. It all made sense. They're cooking the missing people.
You've just uncovered a cold case.
Well, no, that wasn't a joke, by the way. I really did put it on Reddit. No upvotes, no responses, and I uploaded the pictures to Imgur, and I got responses on there, and the only responses I got was Big Bang Theory is garbage, Big Bang conspiracy theory, and fuck Chuck Lorre.
Ah, beautiful. TM trademark. So congratulations on getting Christian Bale onto that voiceover. That's a fucking we couldn't
What a get.
we couldn't get a guest on that had actually had some screen time on The Big Bang Theory, but you could get Christian Bale onto that voiceover. Can you just congratulate Chuck Lorre on Twitter for a great 12 seasons and ask him to explain that image?
Yeah.
I that's a really good idea. I should do that, but I thought I already solved the case. He's putting the missing people into the food on the people on the Big Bang Theory. That's why they're always pushing the food around and never eating it.
That's why they're not eating it.
Makes a lot more sense than your fucking weird bullshit that it's empty seats.
Oh, I stand corrected. Thank you for opening my eyes. Like, this is exactly why we need documentaries. It's to change opinions.
To get off.
Yeah. We need documentaries like that one and The Red Pill. All the good ones.
All the good
Guys, I've got the biggest true crime. I know we've been talking about a bit about true crimes. We've been talking a bit about Chuck Lorre. We're talking about Michael Jackson. We've been talking about that guy who killed the cat. But the biggest true crime that we didn't see was right in front of us. And it's the big twist, the big M. Night Shyamalama ding dong, is that it was committed by us. And the biggest crime is the lack of anime in our show. So right now, I'm unveiling for you boys our brand new logo, our brand new banners and everything. Go to our Facebook, go to our Twitter. It's right there. It's our brand new anime logos and banners, guys. And I just want you to describe what you see there.
Okay, so I've headed to our face. Holy shit.
I made sure to say to the artist,
I don't even know how to describe this. Why are you you're so handsome and ripped, Vaughn?
Me and Pete have boobs.
Why am I a French pirate maid? I love it.
so one of our best supporters, not Josh on Twitter, follows some weird anime hentai artist. And the hentai artist, he retweeted a post of the hentai artist going like, I'm doing commissions. And I was like, do us. And then I actually hit him up about it and I said, do furry porn of us. Give us big tits. Give us stipples. I specifically said, make sure I have a very small penis. And then he was like, which ones are you? And I was like, oh, whoops, you don't know. And I made sure to give Rob a very big penis and everyone had stipples. And
Gosh.
at one point you didn't have boobs, Pete, but then I said, hey, I've been picking on Rob a bit, so make sure they both have boobs.
Stoked with those. They're great. I like the nipple placement is on point, mate. I wouldn't leave my fucking house if I looked like that. As in, not
sitting at home slapping your own titties around.
Exactly, not through embarrassment, just through like I'd just be too fucking turned on to leave a mirror.
So that's our new logo for the rest of the season, boys. It's going to be an interesting season.
All right, join us next time on the hentai episodes.
As I get closer to solving the mysteries of how the Big Bang Theory was able to last 12 seasons on the air, and how the Big Bang Boys are constantly allowed to harass women, both at home and in the workplace, and get paid millions to do so, well, the actors anyway, I invite you to continue this journey with me in the coming weeks. I want to thank the Bazinga Boys for allowing me to use their airtime, even though they had no choice in the matter, and I apologize for using a pop filter, as it has rendered me audio nipless. Until next week, I've been Audio Nips. Next time on True Crime Bazinga. Can you please just tell me what Shelfman did?
I can't talk about it. He'll kill me.
At least tell me what he said to you.
Oh shit, he's home. I have to go. You make me want to kill myself!
Hello? Hello?
Hey Bazinga buddies, it's your pal Rob, telling you it would be criminal to not go to our website, bazingaboys.com, and purchase a child-sized t-shirt folder, because we all know you and those children that you're holding captive during these true crime documentaries and podcasts and whatever need them. Even they need their shirts folded. You can chat with us at facebook.com/bazingaboys or twitter.com/bazinga_boys, and yeah, stay tuned for next week.
Connor from corporate again. Just listen to the new true crime approach, and I must say I loved everything about it, except for Rob Vaughan and Pete. Bazinga Boys will continue on the airwaves, but with you boys all stepping down and Audio Nips taking over moving forward. Your severance packages are in the mail. Enjoy your complimentary copies of Season 2 of The Big Bang Theory on DVD, and good luck. Ciao.